If you want more power, customization, and clarity from the audio system in your Intel-based Tesla Model 3, well then you're in luck, because with this Alpha 1 amp from Beamer Tech, you get all that and so much more. Welcome back, Dylan here. You know Alpha 1 to deliver an unmatched audio experience in BMW, Mini, and Supra, and you might have even seen us install this amp in a Tesla Model 3 Highland. Well, now we're adding another Tesla Model 3 to our lineup. This amp is specifically for the Intel-based Tesla Model 3 with the standard audio system, which compared to a base model BMW without tweeters is actually rather good. Like all of our Alpha 1 amps, it's completely plug and play. While the factory speakers do have a few more limitations than we would like, our crafty team of audio engineers was able to take advantage of a few things, such as the creative placement of some of these speakers from the factory, as well as the untapped power that some of these speakers do actually have, all while taking advantage of the quiet nature of the EV system. This Alpha 1 amp offers 1,680 watts max power, 10 output channels, and 1 RCA line-level pre-out to drive an additional subwoofer amplifier, perfect for our sub-10 trunk sub. Like all of our amps, they come pre-tuned for your car, your ears, and the music that you listen to. All of this allows for a terrific 3D front soundstage and more power to deliver a louder yet clearer signal with less distortion even at higher volume levels. It's completely plug and play with the bracket and all of the hardware you need, including some spare trim clips. While the factory speakers do have a few limitations, Tesla has a few things going for them that make this upgrade ideal. One is Tesla did opt for high-end components when building these speakers, which allows the tweeterless system to actually reproduce high-end quite well. And the woofers in the standard system are the same as in the premium system, allowing us to give some extra power to those woofers. And of course, with Teslas being all electric, they are naturally quieter, which allows for a more accurate reproduction of audio. Today, Jared is going to show you how to install this amp in this Intel-based Tesla Model 3 with the standard audio system. And of course, you can do all this yourself with our DIY Essentials Kit and Trim Tool Kit. But if you don't want to, you can find one of our certified installers near you. We have them in about 30 countries around the world. And of course, if you're in the Orlando, Florida area, well then stop on by and we can do it for you. But without further ado, Jarrett, take it away. The first step before dealing with anything electronic is to disconnect the low voltage system. First, start by opening all of the doors and lower the windows. This will ensure you don't lock yourself out of your car. Since the amp will live in the trunk, make sure you pop that as well. Next, open the frunk. After it's open, grab onto this panel and pull. The fasteners will pop free. Locate the 12-volt battery and with a 10mm socket, remove the negative battery terminal and set it aside. Do not close the frunk. The last part is in the back seat. Head to the seat and push forward on the disconnect lever to lift one side of the seat up. Here's a close-up of what this looks like. Do this on both sides. On the passenger side, remove this foam insulator and locate this connector here. Press the center gray tab aside, and the gray latch will rotate and disconnect. Set this aside and the low voltage system will officially be disconnected. Now we're ready to begin the amp installation. Let's start by running the harness to the rear, which involves removing the trim on the passenger side of the car. Start by removing the passenger footwell panel by removing these fasteners. Drop the panel down and remove the two connectors. Next, remove this side panel with a trim tool like so, and then the fastener under it. To remove the side trim, simply pull up and lift it away. While it may seem out of order, we need to now remove the rear seat bolster. Lower the rear seat to get a better grip and pull. This clip may stay behind, so if it does, press down on both the top and bottom tabs to remove it. Since these can be a little fragile, we include a new one in your kit should you need it. Snap it back into the bolster like so for reinstallation later. Lift your rear seat and remove this trim piece by pulling. Now we can get to the B-pillar. Start by using a trim tool to remove the upper half from the bottom like so. And simply pull it free and just slide it out of the way. For the lower half, remove this fastener and begin working it free from the top first, and then both bottom sides to remove it. Now we can begin plugging in the harness. Start by grabbing the front half and move to the front of the vehicle and locate this connector here. Carefully remove this lower connector by pushing in on the tab on the side and pulling it out. It's tight, so it may take some wiggling. Grab the corresponding connector on the Alpha 1 harness and plug the factory connector into it like so. Next, take the other connector from the Alpha 1 harness and plug that into where you just removed the factory connector from. Tuck the harness out of the way like so. Use cable ties to keep it in place. Now we can start running the harness to the rear. Start by running it next to and securing it to the existing harness like so. Since this is a thicker harness, make sure it's as low as possible to make sure the side trim fits. Spoiler alert, you will need to remove the foam piece from the trim, but we'll get to that later. Now grab the rear half of the harness from the Alpha 1 kit and plug it into the front half like so. Each connector only goes in one place. The orange loom that branches off is for if you decide to add extra speakers to the rear in the future, but to keep things as low profile as possible, Jared decided to use some cable ties to keep it tight with the rest of the harness. Since this installation is not using extra speakers, these will be tucked under the rear seat. Grab the harness and feed it to the back like so. Feed it along the side of the car like so and try to get all of the connectors as flat as possible. Use cable ties to secure it where you can. At this point, everything up front is done, so we could start buttoning up everything before moving to the rear. Start by dropping in the lower B-pillar trim. Work the Alpha 1 harness under it and snap it back in place. Make sure the weather stripping is over it. Replace the fastener. Snap the upper half back into place starting from the top and work your way down. Make sure the weather stripping is over it. Replace the side trim by sliding it in from the front first. Don't forget to remove the foam piece and snap the trim back down. You might have to put some weight into it since the extra harness is there. Make sure the weather stripping is over it. Replace the fastener, and make sure the side panel is back in place, and you guessed it, make sure the weather stripping is over it. Grab the footwell trim, plug the connectors back in, and snap it back into place. Replace the fasteners. Now back to the rear. Coil up the orange loom if you're not planning on using it, and use a cable tie to keep it together. Place it here under the rear seat to keep it out of the way. To run power, grab a 13mm deep socket and remove this nut here. Slide the terminal of the positive lead over the stud and tighten the nut back down. Use cable ties to secure the positive lead and the rest of the Alpha 1 harness to the existing factory harness like so. Now let's move to the trunk. Start by lifting up and removing the floor panel. Lift up and remove this rear trim. To remove the lower panel, remove these 3 fasteners, and then lift the panel up and out. Remove this upper trim by removing the fasteners on either end, and then pulling the trim off. To remove the passenger side panel where the amp will live, remove this connector here. Next, remove the fasteners at the front of the panel on both the top and bottom, and then articulate it out. Removing the last bit of the floor trim requires taking out the rear seats, so it's easier to just work around it. Now feed the rest of the Alpha 1 harness, including the positive lead, to the rear, securing it to the factory harness with cable ties along the way. Note that your ground lead will be attached, but don't secure that to the harness. We can finally place the amp in. Start by pulling this factory harness free to make room. Next, plug the Alpha 1 harness into the amp, including the power. Each connector only goes in one slot, making it easy. Next, slide the amp into position. There's a factory stud on the left and bottom that the bracket will go over. Use the included 10mm nuts in your kit to secure the bracket to the vehicle. Use the included bolt for the upper arm of the bracket, but make sure you slide the ground terminal over the bolt first and tighten it down. The last thing is to plug in the USB cable and run it up here like so. You'll see where we put this later. This will be used to digitally access the amp later if you choose to. Now the installation is done and we can begin reassembly. Start by articulating the side panel back in place. Plug back in the connector. Grab the USB cable and feed it through here like so. We'll finish that up a bit later. Make sure the weather stripping is over the panel, and make sure the two fasteners up front are in. Snap this panel back in place. As always, making sure the weather stripping is over it. With the old or new clip in the side bolster, snap it back into place. Make sure the side trim is not blocking the channel for the clip. You thought I was going to say something about weather stripping, didn't you? Snap the rear seat back in place. Back in the trunk, Jared decided to coil up the USB cable and use a twist tie to secure it here. Keep in mind that where you put this is up to you. We just suggest that it's somewhat easily accessible should you ever need it. Snap the upper trim back in place and secure it with the fasteners. Place the bottom panel back in and replace the three fasteners. Snap the rear panel back in place, and for the final time, make sure the weather stripping is over it. Put the floor panel back in, and it's time to reconnect the low voltage system. On the passenger side of the rear seat with the gray arm out, push down the connector and rotate the arm to lock it into place. Replace the foam insulator. When bringing your seat back down, ensure the seatbelt connectors are still where they need to be. Do this on both sides. Back up front, reconnect the negative battery terminal with a 10mm socket. Line up the cover panel and press down to lock it into place. To finish up, close the frunk, close the doors, and roll up the windows. After all that, you're done with the installation. And that is how you install an Alpha 1 amp in an Intel-based Tesla Model 3 with the standard audio system. Want one of these for your Tesla? Head on over to our website and select your vehicle to get the right kit for your ride. But as always, for more tips and tricks, product reviews, and so much more for BMWs, Mini Supras, and now Teslas, make sure you subscribe and don't forget to ring that bell. Want to know what's happening first? Head on over to our site and sign up for our newsletter. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok as well. Thanks for watching.